For many grazers, hills can be a real challenge when it comes to rotational grazing, but in the winter, we turn those hills into an advantage to save us money. By staging bales on hilltops, we cut down on tractor time and fuel, plus feeding hay on hills boosts soil fertility where it's usually needed the most, while also providing natural windbreaks to keep our cattle warm during those winter months. And our South Pole cattle come through our Virginia winters just fine with this approach. Staged, and then the gals let themselves in last night because the ice grounded out the fence and took it down to the ground, so the cows just let themselves in. And we just went ahead and staged some bales and propped them up on this hill, holding them back with a 6x6. So we're gonna push a couple down the hill and get the girls fed, even though they self-fed last night. But what we're trying to do here is, you can see there's a lot of broom straw out here and not so nice forage, and we're just trying to stimulate this hill. Very little attention has been put back here during the last few years, so we're trying to lay some manure down, some hay down, and also obviously feed the cows in the process. So let's do it. Yeah, push it.
Push it.
Give it a strong, hard push.
Watch out, mama. Watch out, mama.
Y'all better watch out.
There it goes.
Probably the best thing you can do for these animals is just keep them fed. Keep them full. Keep these girls fat and sassy, and they'll come through winter just fine. I know a lot of people ask about winter and South Poles. Here in Virginia, it can be either really cold or have a really mild winter. This year, looking like we're gonna have a nice cold winter. This week, next week's gonna be in teens and single digits at night, which is pretty cold for us here. And we can tend to have some wet winters too. This snow is a wet, heavy snow. And I don't know, sometimes I think that the wet, cold temperatures are harder on animals than just having some snow and below freezing temperatures. So they seem to do just fine. Again, we keep them fat and happy, keep them full, and that creates a lot of good heat internally for them to stay warm. Not only that, but it keeps their body condition score up throughout the winter so that come spring they're ready to rock and roll. So she's a 2024 born calf, spring born calf. Beautiful. Here's a 2023 spring born. A couple of this year's calves as well up here. So even the calves are tanking up and looking good. So as long as we can keep them decent in this good condition score during the cold temperatures that are heading our way, they'll be just fine. Here they've got some windbreaks for these hills. Kind of a strategic move on us. We wanted to feed hay on these side slopes because they have a lot of infertility or low fertility issues. See all the broom straw back there and here in front of me. Y'all just helped yourselves. Made a mess. Oh, made a mess. We've been feeding them extra hay the last 3 days. So 3 days before the storm here, we've been feeding them extra. And we'll feed them some extra tonight or today just to keep them on the maintenance level. We don't want them to start sliding in body condition, and feeding them and keeping them full is the best way to keep these girls warm. We're going to be in the teens and single digits at night, which is pretty cold for here in Virginia. Plus we got this sloppy mess now, so it's going to turn straight to ice. As you can see, we did stage these bales again. They ate the cores out of them last night, which is fine. Sometimes your ideas work. Sometimes the ice will drop the fence on the ground and they'll just do what they need to do. Need help, babe? You got it. Let me see if I can't grab that real fast.
It's hard to get traction.
Right? Let me pull this out. Okay. Okay.
Push this one off, please.
Push another one. Looking good though. They're wet because this is just it's been a sloppy, wet, cold. Ooh, hawk. Hawks are out doing their thing. The hay barn is about 3/4 of a mile away, so we had some hay delivered the far end of the farm this fall. Getting our last load of hay, going up through a neighboring subdivision get to the back portion of our farm. Got about 38 bales on that bad boy up there. He's gonna turn around this cul-de-sac and we're gonna unload him up here in the middle of the subdivision. We've been using this little Gallagher S12 lithium charger to power this single strand to keep the cows out. So far so good, but fence is a little weighed down with some ice, so I just want to come back here and check on it and de-ice some things. So I'm gonna turn it off. There it goes. It's got a coating of ice on it as well. It's hard to do with one hand here. I'm gonna de-ice all this and see if I can't get this fence just a little bit more secure in case cows decide to help themselves again. But this little guy, we just have it stuck in the ground there. I think that's where it grounds as well. It's just this, there's a connection in here that that grounds these things out to make these little solar chargers work. But so far these things have been great. I've used them for the pigs a lot, or for situations like these where we just need to keep like a small area, have the cows excluded from it. And we've had these chargers, a couple of them for three years now. And yeah, Gallagher makes them. This is the S12. I think they make a couple different sizes. I don't remember what they were, maybe 150 bucks for this one. It works great though. Haven't had any complaints about it. It really does push a good charge. I don't have my fence tester out here now, but they do push 9, up to 9 kilovolts, which is plenty for this situation. But
all right, folks, so the message for today's video is keep them fat and sassy, because fat cows usually equal happy cows, and I want them to be happy and content through these harsh winter months that we're having here in Virginia. So folks, until next time, happy grazing.